want to know what kinds of things a narcissist will say to get you back. I'm going to go over it all in this video. So when a narcissist is trying to get you back, it could be a number of different scenarios. I mean, it could be that they're just trying to get you back and just trying to get your attention back. It could be just get you back on track. It could be that you're actually broken up and they're trying to get you back, actually get you back. I mean, so it could be a number of different ways, or they think that you're slipping away. They're just trying to get your focus back on them. So, I mean, get you back is sort of a number of different ways, but it could be any sort of thing. But the idea is that they're afraid that they're losing you, or maybe they have lost you. The whole idea is that they're not really focusing on you. So it could be any number of things that they're thinking of, but the whole idea is they're seeing their supply source slipping away. And that's the thing that you really need to be thinking about. It's not so much that they are worried about you as they are about their supply source going out the door. And by the way, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am an attorney. I'm a narcissist negotiation expert. The reason why I focus on this stuff is because when you are in negotiations with them, it's so important to understand how they're thinking, because you got to build your strategy. You got to build all of your tactics around how they're thinking, or you're totally going to be sunk. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you're definitely going to want to do that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I give you real tips and resources and tactics so that you can shift from being on the constant feeling of being on the defensive to being on the offensive for a change. What happens is when you are on the outs or whatever, and they're trying to get you back, they'll say whatever they need to preserve that supply source. So they just go into desperation mode. They might go into their faux apology. I call it a faux apology because it's totally fake. I have a whole video, by the way, on what does a narcissist really mean when they say they're sorry. And you can check that out. So they may say sorry, but do they really mean they're sorry? I don't think so. And if they do say sorry, it's only because they're trying to say whatever they need to get you back into being their source of supply. So they may even say, I'll do anything. I'll do whatever you want. They may even say, I love you, or we're meant to be. No one loves you like I do, or that we're supposed to be together, or we're perfect for each other. And they'll say things that they know are the things that you love to hear a lot of the times, because remember, they're very good at reading people. So remember that this is the person that was able to love bomb their way into your life in the first place. And I don't mean love bombing just in a romantic sense, because remember, this is a person who was able to work their wiles into whatever kind of relationship you've got. They know they were able to charm their way into that situation, whatever it was, whether it's a business relationship or personal relationship. I mean, they've been able to charm their way into that situation. So they'll say whatever they need to say to get you back on track. So I'll change, or it'll never happen again, or whatever they'll need to say. So let's just focus on the future. Let's just move on. That's one of their favorite things to do, is future fake. So they don't want to focus on the past. They hate doing that. The thing that they love to do the most is just move on to the next thing. Let's just focus on the future. It'll all be different. You'll see going forward. It'll all be different. A lot of times, what they'll do to get you back is grand gestures and, kind of love bomb you all over again, too. So you'll see this whole grand gesture thing again, going back to whatever it is that they did in the first place to get you. And then they may try to also guilt you into it. How could you leave me at a time like this? You know that I'm sick, or you know that I'm going through a lot right now, or I'm dealing with so much, or how could you leave me when you're the only person I have, or something like that. And now you're a horrible person if you leave them at that moment. And so how dare you try to have your own life, or how dare you try to walk away because you're the only one who they have. You're the only one that they rely on, or something like that. And now you have to be with them. There's like that micro manipulation thing that they'll do sometimes too, that little DM in your inbox. Oh, I got the word from the doctor. Oh, sorry, that wasn't meant for you. And then they'll take it out of your inbox. So that was meant for someone else. A little something to sort of mess with your brain to try to get you back as well, or try to get your attention. These are the kinds of things that they will do to try to get you back, to try to get your attention. And it all is designed just because they don't want to see that source of supply. The other thing that you might see them do sometimes is try to make you jealous. Well, I've got another source of supply lined up. I'm spending time with someone else, or I don't need you anyway, or I'm moving out, something like that, to maybe try to get you to be interested, or get the hairs on the back of your neck peaked or something like that. But most of the time, it's more of the future fake, the faux apology, those kinds of things. If you agree with me, if you've seen these kinds of things, I'd love to know what you guys have seen. Put a comment in the comments below. Say, I've seen it, or I agree, or what kinds of things you guys have seen. I would love to know in the comments below the kinds of things that a narcissist have said to get you back. I'd love to see it in the comments below. If you guys are dealing with this and you're trying to negotiate with a narcissist, feel free to grab my free Crush My Negotiation Prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you can learn how to flip the dynamic with narcissists, become the one on the offensive instead of the defensive. Let go of that fear. No more fear against narcissists, right? Today's the day that you slay for sure. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I will see you guys in the next video.